Have the sign language people abandoned us? Oh, okay, thank you. We also acknowledge, as it's coming back from the various sectoral consultations, that in many ways, some sectors, they were meeting each other for the first time. And they needed more time to try to get to know each other. But that also the process already outlined will assist a great deal. Here is the outcome that a process that is going to conclude what we have started. We have received, and we are not going to announce them today, some sectors have already decided very clearly and precisely about their representative process. Many still require further consultations. We have received a great number of requests of the delegates who felt that they are not covered by either of the sectors which have been presented. And we have taken all of those and we are tidying them up because the essence of what we are doing is that all South Africans should be represented and felt ownership of the process. And that is the spirit in which those will be incorporated. But there were also some few issues that sometimes the sectors being presented appear to be broad enough. It was not immediately clear who falls under that sector. That process also is being taken on board. We are now proposing that going forward from this detailed process, we take the next 3 days where we will write to you in terms of what you have given to us, where we'll be also re-emphasizing what we have agreed will be the process in the next 3 days. And we can count the 3 days from today's Sunday, isn't it? Oh, it's Saturday. By next week, we should have written to you all in terms of all the sectors acknowledging what you have given us. But we will also be re-emphasizing the process. If you haven't heard to us by Thursday next week, please write it to this, where is that email? Write it to this email, convention@nationaldialogue.co.za, to inquire whether the details that you have given us were properly captured. Are we together? On Thursday, if as per sector you haven't received anything, because we have also received the contact points for the sectors. If you haven't heard anything, received anything from ourselves, please write to us on this email so that nobody is left behind. It could have been that the details that you gave us are not clearer, or we missed something, or something might have happened. Please write to us to make sure that you are properly captured. Are we together, comrades? Can we say Amandla? Amandla? We want to believe that the process will enable us to ensure that indeed the process is citizen-led and we own up to it. From this section, thank you for making us understand the teething challenges and how do we refine the processes going forward. I will now give to the next session, which is the MC knows the process, and then we are not going to stay long, we'll be finishing, we only left with 2 items. Thank you.
Good afternoon, colleagues, delegates to this national convention, ladies and gentlemen, and everybody else who is not included in those descriptions. It has been an utmost honor to be with you over these past 2 days. We have begun work that will be etched in this country's history forever. And I hope all of you go home carrying that in your hearts and in your minds, and also using it as the fuel that will help you traverse the difficult conversations that are yet to be had. This is not even the beginning. You felt the tension. You felt the rage. You felt the frustration, but also you felt the fire. And that is the fire that demands change. It is fire that says we have sat on the sidelines for too long. It's fire that says we too are leaders. And therefore we will not stand on the sidelines and look only to the state for leadership. And I call upon you as leaders of the different formations that have been represented here to carry that role with responsibility, with truth. The same that you expect of the government, demonstrate it first. Let the squabbles that I had not be about anything else but the agenda on the table. Let the differences that we have witnessed over the past 2 days, where issues that are normally in the terrain where we expect that there is no deep analysis of the issues at hand came up, where we had to call on leaders to respect young women. Let that be a reflection of the introspection that ought to happen, because otherwise we are just joking. Leadership is a responsibility that comes with enormous demands. And all of us have put our hands up. We said we are ready for this task. So as we go back home, as we go back to debrief in our different spaces, let us do so with honesty and constructively. Let us remind the critics that it's very easy to criticize from the sidelines. Hard work is exactly what is expected. And we know that it will not come from those who want to sit and say, this is what could have been right. It will come from those who say, this is the solution and I want to create it, engineer it, and be a part of it. So I thank you, and the people of my village in Marakala, Limpopo, Rasikukune, thank you. And as I hand over to Tuto, who will conclude and introduce onto the stage, member of the Eminent Persons Group, Melindiwe Mazibuko, I want to just say that South Africa is a prize worth fighting for. We are the prize. And it's a prize that if we, even for a second, take our eyes off the ball over, we'll live for generations to come in regret of that decision. My name is Teto Takani Nariadi Mahlakwana, and it's been an absolute pleasure.
Maibuye! Maibuye! Africa! Mine will be short. I am just gonna ask you to help me repeat the following 3 phrases, which have been the cornerstone of this National Convention for the National Dialogue. So please say it with me. The first one is rapid change.
Rapid change.
I can't hear you. Rapid change.
Rapid change.
Radical change.
Radical change.
Radical response.
Radical response.
Rapid response.
Rapid response.
and healing the nation. Thank you, fellow South Africans. I'd like to give the floor to Mablindiwe Mazbu.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Convener of the National Dialogue, His Excellency President Cyril Ramaphosa, in absentia, Acting President Paul Mashatile, and members of the Interministerial Committee, fellow members of the Eminent Persons Group, members of the Convention Organizing Committee, our gracious host, Professor Puleng Lenkabula, Vice-Chancellor of the University of South Africa, distinguished guests to this national convention, and most importantly, citizens of South Africa. It is my great honor to deliver this closing address, reflecting on the incredible journey we have embarked on together over the past 2 days. We have achieved something extraordinary. We've come together from all walks of life, engaged in respectful, vigorous dialogue, and dared to envision a more inclusive, citizen-led future for South Africa. I was profoundly humbled when the President invited me to participate in this dialogue, but I also recognized the challenges ahead. Meaningful dialogue is rarely easy. I accepted the invitation without hesitation, as did all the members of the Eminent Persons Group, because we have unwavering faith in South Africa's promise and its people's resilience. There is something profoundly unique about South Africans. Across all of our diversities, when we are called, we come. And when we gather, our voices are loud, not only because we want to speak, but because we are ready to listen. This is what gives us incredible transformative power. Let us remember that dialogue has always been fundamental to our democracy. In the early 1990s, South Africans came together at CODESA, embracing dialogue to pave the way for freedom. In 1994, millions of hopeful South Africans stood in long queues to cast their votes for the first time. A moment that transcended the ballot. It was a nationwide dialogue that resounded through the very fabric of our democracy. Every voice was valued. Every life mattered. 2 years later, we adopted a constitution born from the spirit of collaboration, negotiation, and willingness to listen. It was written with the words of millions of South Africans who shared their dreams, aspirations, and expectations, a testament to the power of dialogue. The Truth and Reconciliation Commission emerged from that spirit of dialogue, teaching us that true reconciliation comes from listening, courage, and honesty. These historical lessons serve as a reminder of our shared identity and our shared responsibility. South Africans do not shy away from challenges. We face them together. Over the past 2 days, we have witnessed a spirit so alive and thriving in these halls. Those who have stepped up to lead, young voices reminding us to be bolder, and communities claiming their role in shaping our country's future. This inaugural convention was never intended to provide all the answers. It's a foundational step, setting the agenda for the long journey ahead. It is a powerful example of inclusivity and the beginning of a process that truly belongs to citizens in every community. From the outset, we established that citizens will drive this dialogue. Grounded in our President's commitment to unity, this dialogue is owned by the people. Together, we will create a shared vision for the next 30 years. We're here because South Africans want real action. Jobs and livelihoods, safety from crime and corruption, a functioning education system, a state that embodies integrity, a culture of values and social cohesion, tangible progress in addressing violence against women and girls, and healing within communities grappling with intergenerational trauma. These are not abstract concepts. They reflect the daily lives of South Africans. The road ahead will not be easy. Our obstacles are deep-rooted and complex. We will have setbacks, and we will have disagreements. There may be moments when despair seems more appealing than hope. The Eminence Persons Group, which I am proud to be a part of, is committed to walking this path with you. We will not waver or abandon our efforts. This dialogue is for the people, and it belongs to you. South Africa's greatest strength lies not in the absence of challenges, but in our collective determination to face them together. We can and we will transform dialogue into lasting change for South Africa. I thank you.
I thought the message was clear that you are now free to go home. Thank you.
Zayo.